I also represent a company that is managed and being led by a lady, Mrs. Loveness Ndemera. So we are pretty much a company that is more of women, and that's what we are here to just encourage each other to do, right? So who are we? We're a distributor of horticulture seeds, agrochemicals, and I know today it's all about horticulture, and I also remember hearing one or two people mentioning about soil health and how we need to incorporate manure in the soil. Is that correct? Yes. And so why I also included, the animal aspect is that the manure comes from animals, right? So I know that most women are good with probably chicken production, keeping goats, and that also contributes a lot in terms of the quality of the product and also the management of the soil, because we are a company that we want to promote the farming excellence. So I had to really stress out just below our motto. We are all about promoting farming excellence. When I'm talking about promotion of farming excellence, we know that women can access seeds, they can access knowledge, they can access, should I say, if you have irrigation, but it takes for one to connect everything, all the information, and it takes one to execute the right activities at the right time to come up with the best results. So I'm happy because I also saw some women with success stories of how they've produced tomatoes in greenhouses. Okay, so let me proceed by also giving you more information about our background. So our company was started operating in 2018. We started from Harare. Well, we didn't really have much information when it comes to how to go about it. So we started as a retailer, and we're just trying to see exactly what is happening in the industry, what is it that smallholder farmers need, and so we're just copying. But along the way, I have to say we were trying to keep up and to learn as to, okay, how can we have an advantage and how can we get ahead, because this is a company that is being led by women. Okay, so from 2018, we were a retailer, and then 2 years later, 2020, we decided, no, we don't want to continue retailing because we saw the advantages of being a distributor. By distributor, I meant we had to dream bigger. Farm distributors thought maybe we can just penetrate the agrochemical space, which meant importing chemicals, importing some of the inputs that farmers need. And so it was not easy, I have to say, but we managed through a lot of synergies. We managed to form relationships with big giants like Citco, with K2, with Avanos, and so to date we have managed growing through forming synergies. Was horticulture seeds, that include horticulture seeds, that included high quality vet medicines, and we are still in a journey. We're still on our journey to get them. And where are we located? I mentioned that we started in Harare. Over this couple of years, we've managed to spread. We've gone to Mashonaland West, gone to Mashonaland East. We have also gone to Manicaland, and in total we have a total of 15 outlets. What's special about farm distributors, I have to mention, is We are not concentrating on targeting the commercial farmers because we noticed that there was a bit of a disconnect. A bit of a disconnect, what do I mean by that? We were noticing that there was a growth in smallholder farmers that were coming through to Harare, and therefore we decided, why not go to where the farmer is? Because we then noticed that there's a lot of activities that women are involved in terms of their garden projects in rural areas. And therefore, we then decided we are going to go to, for example, March West. We are in Sanyati, we are in areas like Mondoro, that is March West. We are in March East, which is Mutoko. We are in Mutoko, and we are also in Kotwa as well as Macau. Okay, so moving on, we are situated on 58 Kenneth Kaunda and 2nd Street in Harare. That's where we have our first branch. And this is more like this was our initial branch, but over the years we have managed to partner, should I say, with a Department of Veterinary Services through their government project, which is called the Anchor Animal Health Management, through their animal, sorry, I think I need a moment to calm down, sorry. Okay. All right. So I'm back. So in the later years, we managed to partner through this project with Department of Veterinary Services, which enabled us to bring products, for example, inputs to areas like Murombezi, Kasimure, where farmers could access, for example, inputs like fertilizers, like seeds, agrochemicals that we were specializing in. So in the past years, I'll say that we have observed a lot of positive output from farmers, or we've gotten a lot of good feedback from farmers because they have been able to have access, where they could access rather, their inputs in terms of fertilizers, in terms of seeds without worrying about the distance issue. So we noticed that a lot of women would come to, for example, to the offices where we're stationed to get the products without worrying about the transportation issue. Okay. And so back to our supply chain, we've got local manufacturers. In terms of local manufacturers, we get our products from local companies like Starkers, like Nutrimaster, in terms of fertilizers, and we also import products. For example, our agrochemicals, we import them, as well as the equipment in terms of the vet and the agro inputs, agro equipment, sorry. And then from there, these products are all taken to our distribution warehouse, where they are then taken from the distribution, from the warehouse, they are then distributed to our various outlets. At the moment, we've got about 30 employees, and we expect that this number is going to grow as we open more outlets because of the business, over the years has been growing, and as as we get more in different parts of the country, we expect that we are going to bring more people onto the table that are going to be operating in different parts of the country. And so who are our customers? Our customers are smallholder farmers, medium-scale farmers, commercial farmers, schools, churches, and of course government institutions, and as well as seed companies. Okay, I also wanted to highlight another fact that we started operating closer to small-scale farmers in 2022, and with this started in Manicaland and in March East in Mudzi. And so when farmers then started showing a good feedback in terms of a positive output, in terms of people were able to get the correct information, they were able to get should I say, maybe to harvest, because our consultants were closer to them, and as well as the fact that we were able to partner with the extension officers that were located in the community. In 2023, we were also able to operate in other parts of the country, like March West and March East, where we saw a positive impact in the lives of so many people. And so we want to encourage, or we were encouraged because most of the people that were partaking or that were involved in this project were mainly women, and noting that most women had challenges in moving from should I say, their communal areas to come to Harare or to go to cities where they could access information in terms and as well as input. It was much easier because everyone brought to where they were, so they had more access to information, as well as they could access our outlets where they could keep asking questions about the correct use products, as well as the, should I say, the climate smart technologies that we had brought closer to them. Okay, some of the challenges that we have faced has mostly been the issue of logistics, because you find that there were times when we would have to transport products to areas like Maka, to areas like Msarabane, and you know, for people that are in business, it will be a bit challenging in terms of the cost of moving the products, and at the same time maintaining the competitive prices as would require or would probably expect in those areas. So in some areas, again, we also had to think about issues of security, because if you are to take products out there, you have to think about, okay, how are you going to secure, because you are operating as a business. And if you're operating as a business, the products is an investment. You are not just taking products that are not coming at any value, but everything has got a tag mark on it. So you need to think about how are you going to secure the products. So at some places we had to put in security to make sure that our products are safe, and so that as well the community will benefit, but at the same time the business will survive. Okay, so what is it that the community was benefiting, or what is it that the community is benefiting to date? We have tried very much to maintain the prices that farmers enjoy in the cities. You know, there are exceptions where maybe you are moving some bulky products, but we have tried to match the prices in Harare be the same prices as in Mudzi, the same prices as in Mzalabani. And why we're doing that? Because we noticed that we women, and therefore, you know, sometimes you also feel for other women that are also trying to rise and are trying to provide for their families, are trying to provide for their families in the sense that they are probably doing some garden projects so that they can take their kids to school, so that they can find some livelihood. Therefore, we did not want to take advantage of that, but we wanted to give them products at the best possible prices, and therefore we had to maintain as much as we could prices that they would find that it's more, it made most economic sense for them to get the products from our outlets than for them to make a trip to Harare. Right. Okay, so I've got a minute left. Okay, so what is it that we've provided? We only take people that are well vexed and are experienced in terms of production. So we will take consultants that are knowledgeable in terms of how to assist farmers, in terms of the production, in terms of diseases, in terms of understanding the soil health, in terms of understanding the climate, in terms of understanding the current information where production is concerned. Right, recommendation, I have to mention this. Okay, as a company that is focused on agricultural sector, we know that climate change is real, and I know that we've been mentioning a lot about climate change, but we have been experiencing this couple of seasons a lot of indecisions. I have to say, since there are farmers here, an uncertainty, because farmers didn't know when to plant, when to do what. But they've been, for example, been given information as to that there is going to be rain, but the rain did come, correct? The rain eventually came, but the rain came a bit later. So how did that impact farmers? So we find that out there, we had a lot of farmers that had lost a lot of their crops because they were not so sure exactly the correct time to plant. So to our policy makers, our request would be a clear understanding of the climate change projections on how existing farming practices may be so that we are not vulnerable to climate change. Thank you so much. I don't know if there are any questions.
Thank you so much, Nobuhle. I don't know if Rimbai is ready.
Yes.
All right. So while